Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a very special Memorial Day edition of Monday Night Jayromada here in Seattle, Washington, where tonight we have a special miniature PLE for you all as Mukuro Ikusaba looks to defend the belt from Sakura Ogami at the end of the night. Meanwhile, we begin the night with the Women's Cruiserweight Championship match as Tenko Chabashira tries to dethrone Aigis. The Ultimate Brotherhood square off against Brosona for the men's tag team belts, and Shinjiro Aragaki starts off his new reign as champion against Kanji Tatsumi. So get ready for a night of excitement and chaos, because this is Jayromada Memorial Day Edition. And here we go, starting off our night.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's Impact Cruiserweight Championship.
Introducing first, it is the challenger, the ultimate Aikido master herself, Tenko Chabashira. And her opponent, she is your reigning, defending, undisputed champion of the Cruiserweight division. From Japan, representing Seas, she is your women's Cruiserweight champion, Aigis.
Introducing the challenger from Nagata, Japan, Tenko Chabashira. And her opponent from Kamakura, Kanagawa, Japan, the Women's Impact Cruiserweight Champion,
And here we go, belt back on the line tonight. Tenko, Aigis, both women ready, and here we go, refereeing's bell. Aigis immediately running towards Tenko, spinning elbow, and a moonsault off the middle rope. Stomping double foot stomp, or a jumping double foot stomp. Tenko back up to her feet. And a rear waistlock, but Aigis with the reversal. Locking up now, collar and elbow. Aigis into a headlock. Gaining top control early, but Tenko throwing her away. Aigis turning that into a knee. And now, handstand Hurricane Rana. Into the cover. Going 1, 2, Tenko kicks out. Tenko back up to her feet, avoiding the stomp, but Aigis recalibrating quickly. Double leg drop kick. And now moonsault from the middle rope. And a right hand just sending Tenko down in a standing corkscrew moonsault. Going for the cover to put this one away quickly. There's two. Tenko kicks out. But completely on the back foot. Aigis with another high risk, high reward move. 1, 2. Tenko still with the power to kick out. Back up to her feet, but absolutely no idea where she is. But somehow with the wherewithal to hit the reversal. Looking for the spear, but Aigis again reversing. And a spinning back heel kick. Aigis very clearly using the mentality that if your opponent can't attack you, then there's no possible way you can lose. Just building up the pressure. Eventually something has to break. And a snapmare. Roundhouse, but now Tenko to the outside. Back in. Just trying to catch her breath a little bit. Try to reset. Aigis giving her none of that, but Tenko with a neck breaker. Stomping down on the arm. Titanium or not, that's gotta hurt. Now to the back. Knee on knee, and again. Stomp to the ankle. Tenko finding her rhythm. Irish whip. Underneath. And a belly-to-belly slam. 1. Just a long one. Tenko looking to walk Aigis, but Aigis elbowing out. Maybe not the best decision. Another Irish whip. Letting Tenko run, and another spinning heel kick. Aigis along the outside, trying to get Tenko back up to her feet. And Tenko catching that slingshot into a powerbomb. Completely shifting the momentum, knee to the chin. And now middle rope. Crossbody splash to the spine. Crowd mostly to their feet. Aigis, another reversal. Tenko trying to hit suplex her, but Aigis saying no. Power slam. Forcing Tenko back up to her feet. Slap. But Tenko the reversal. Aigis the reversal. And Tenko looking to reverse again, but Aigis catching the wrists. Knee to the chin. For the retain. 1, 2. No. Tenko kicks out. And all of a sudden, this match has come to life. Moonsault splash, but nobody's home. And Tenko looking to turn this thing around with a release suplex. Grabbing Aigis from behind, but Aigis again elbowing out. Sit out. Powerbomb into the cover. 1, 2, 3. And at the end of the day, that match really just came down to who had the last reversal. Tenko, beautiful job trying to recover, but unfortunately coming up just a hair short. But right when it seemed like Aigis had it all figured out, that's when the match flipped on its head. But it's a sign of a good champion that they can quickly recover, quickly regroup. And when their back is seemingly against the wall, they can instead throw their opponent into the wall.
Here is your winner, and still Women's Impact Cruiserweight Champion, Alice!
And for our next matchup of the evening, starting off with a voice crack. Introducing first, he is the leader of Torna, and once again, your men's Universal Champion. Didn't take long for him to get his belt back, but I think it's going to be a long time for him to lose the belt. It is none other than Jin. And Jin not letting Nekomaru rest easy during their match at the Elimination Chamber. First 2 out of 3 falls. Honestly, it could have been a normal first fall wins match, because it was a clean 2-0 sweep and it wasn't even close.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the Acolytes from Pangea, weighing in at 254 pounds, the Men's Impact Universal Champion, Jim.
And how do you take on an opponent who kind of showcases that no matter the situation, no matter the circumstances, no matter the night, that they can basically put you 6 feet under without even trying. So yeah, he does have a few off nights here and there, but generally speaking, he might be one of the most complete superstars out of all the men's Universal contenders, I would say. Not just here on Monday, not just here in Jayromada, but just like Wingcrest, Eclipse. I would say he's right up there with like Armstrong. Right up there with Majima. And it's not just, you know, what wins he gets, it's how he gets them. Down but never out. And his opponent.
From Authority Megacorp HQ, weighing in at 300 pounds, Dr. Eggman.
It is Dr. Ivo Robotnik, Dr. Eggman. And here we go. Jin immediately running towards Eggman, just bouncing off of him. And now Eggman setting Jin up. But Jin slipping out from that suplex. Eggman with the reversal. And avoiding the knife edge chop. Eggman again picking up Jin. And this time securing him. The disrespect with the swatting slam. Elbow to the sternum. Trapping the arm, stomping down on the hand. Jin back up to his feet, immediately into an Irish whip. Elbow bouncing off of the Eggman. Just stares him down, no distance between them. And a belly-to-belly slam, quick cover, not even one. Up, over, down. Stomping arm breaker. And now just sitting down on the champion. Hyping up the crowd. Irish whip. And a knee to the stomach. Jin now to the outside. And a neck breaker using the top rope. Referee using the count as a formality. There was no way Jin was staying out there for the entire 10. And now Eggman back on the offense. Stomp to the ankle. Jin crawling to the corner. Eggman staring him down. Jin fighting out. Eggman pushing him away yet again and again. Jin just bouncing off the Eggman. Pushing him away. Jin avoiding the grapple. Trying to break through Eggman's defense. Arm drag from the Eggman into the cover. One. Jin kicks out. Eggman picking up the champion over his shoulders. Jumping slam, stomp to the wrist. Headlock, rope break. And looking for the crossbody, but Jin rolling out of the way just in time. Eggman pushing him away yet again. Jin knife edge chop. Again, not even putting a dent into his opponent. Irish whip, back elbow. Into the cover, 1, 2. Now grabbing onto the neck. Stomp to the wrist. And a stomp to the stomach. Cover now. There's 1, 2. Eggman again trying to hype up the crowd. Are we looking for the egg bomb? Not quite. Over the shoulders now. And just bouncing Jin off the top rope into the cover. 1, 2. Still no. Jin back up to his feet. And now sending Eggman out to the apron. The dangling DDT. And an RKO. The cover. 1, 2. Eggman kicks out. But Jin having the Eggman exactly where he wants him. Elbow drop. And have the defenses finally been broken through? Has Jin won the waiting game? Elbow to the shoulder, or hammer to the shoulders. Irish whip. Big back body drop, forcing Eggman back up to his feet. Uppercut. Now Eggman to the outside, climbing back in. Over the shoulder. Bouncing Eggman off the top rope. But Eggman kicking him off. Throwing Jin, hyping himself up. Turning him around in the corner, but Jin escaping. Just ripping the eyes, or the glasses. And Jin with a monstrous clothesline. Another RKO to put this one away for good. 2, 3. And did anyone else get deja vu? I swear we saw that exact match just a few weeks ago.
Here is your winner, Jin!
And Eggman, you can put Jin against the ropes all you want. That's just going to, that's just going to make him rebound even harder. And for our first tag team matchup of the evening, introducing first, it is Chie Sadanaka and Yukiko Amagi, the Twin Dragons. Another tag team match between these two teams and another chance to show why they should be the ones to lose to the Mech Femmes at the next PLE. Yeah. And their opponents not getting the recognition that they deserve by the or by the announcer, because for some reason he just doesn't want to. It is Senna and Mio representing Ouroboros, the Silverflame. Here we go, Yukiko, Mio, first in the ring. And here we go, referee rings the bell. They meet in the middle with Yukiko, meet at the beginning with a double leg drop kick. Stomp to the wrist, turning Mio around. And now locking in a headlock. Mio escaping. Up, over the shoulders. And head right down into the knee. Mio forcing Yukiko up to her feet, kick to the stomach. Knife edge chop, turning her around. Chicken wing face slam. Mio double foot with a double foot stomp, forcing Yukiko up to her feet. Toss to the corner, tagging in Senna. No! Yukiko elbows out. Monkey flip into the corner, nearly sending Mio over the ring post. Yukiko taking out Chie in. Looking for the tackle, but Mio sidestepping that, sending Chie for an Irish whip. Over the top, double foot drop kick. Forcing Chie back up to her feet. Cradle slam, and now Mio tags out Senna in. Chie tilt-a-whirl DDT. And tossing Senna aside. Chie taken out, Yukiko back in. And now Senna sending Yukiko into the corner, tagging in Mio. Mio up top. Diving elbow. But Yukiko with an uppercut. Springboard crossbody, just barely not getting the distance. Mio double leg dropkick. Yukiko Sending Mio for an Irish whip. Single leg dropkick, stomp to the wrist, turning her around. And just leg drop to the arm. Lever pull arm breaker. Yukiko tagging out Chie in. Irish whip, and for some reason that voice clip was like much louder than it needed to be. Mio escaping. Kicks to the leg. And now Mio heading to the corner, tagging out. And Senna with a tackle. Chie forcing Senna back up to her feet. Wrist clutch. And now just rolling through. Looking for the stomp. Senna back up to her feet, but Chie looking for the knee. Senna stepping out of the way. But now Chie. Schoolgirl, but no. Irish whips, looking for the sliding leg sweep. Senna stepping back, but not enough. Into the corner now. Tagging in Yukiko. Arm breaker with the hammer drop. Yukiko with the leg drops. Taking Chie back in. And now, tornado kick incoming, but Senna ducking underneath. Chie escaping from the corner with an elbow. With the double knee jawbreaker from the blade, going for the cover. There's one, there's two. Chie kicks out. And now, Cloverleaf. Looking for the tap out? No. Senna taking out Mio in. And the cover, 1, 2. Chie kicks out. And now Mio dragging Chie away from the corner. Chie escaping with that kick from her back. Mio wasting just a little bit too much time, allowing Chie to walk her into the corner, turning her around. But Mio elbowing out. And now sleeper hold. Locked in. Are we going to see a tap out? Actually, again, releasing the hold. Diving, or jumping clothesline. Mio looking to tag out. Chie saying no. Up, over, belly to belly slam. Rolling Mio around. Setting her up into a seated position. And a neck snap. Heading to the corner, draining all her fuel, tagging in Yukiko. And now wrist clutch. Mio escaping immediately. Turning Yukiko around, Yukiko with an elbow. And now Fujiwara armbar. Mio again escaping, but Senna in the ring to try to break it up. Pandemonium. And now Mio, the front slam, taking in Senna, Yukiko crawling to the corner, but not in time. Senna with the stomp to the ankle, stopping her, going for the cover, only one. And now Yukiko sending Senna into the corner. Tagging in Chie. And now a pin attempt in the corner. One. Mio breaks it up. And now Chie, another tornado kick, but this time Senna cannot duck underneath the cover, right next to the ropes. No time to move her because that's a 3 count. You know, I had a feeling this match would go on for a marathon. I didn't expect it to be quite as back and forth, though.
Here are your winners. And
And for our next matchup, introducing first,
the following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the Blue Bloods from Japan, weighing in at 210 pounds, Kanji Tatsumi.
it is Kanji Tatsumi. And his opponent.
And his opponent from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 161 pounds, the Men's Impact Cruiserweight Champion, Sergio Aragaki.
It is Shinjiro Aragaki, your newest men's cruiserweight champion. And here we go, both men ready. Ref rings the bell, and they meet in the middle with Kanji immediately beginning with an uppercut. Now both men locking up collar and elbow. Kanji forcing Shinjiro into the corner. Referee breaking them up. Cheap shot from Kanji. And now up. Over. Delayed suplex. And a snap elbow. Kanji going for the cover. Not even one. Locking up again, collar and elbow. Kanji with a shot so hard that it turns Shinjiro around, and now a rear waist lock. Kanji trying to escape, or Shinjiro trying to escape, and does. Headlock. And now Kanji with a hammerlock. Not letting Shinjiro go. And now headlock. Back elbow after running into the referee. Shot right to the spine, and again, and another, and another. Into the cover. One. Shinjiro throwing Kanji into the corner. Only one. Kanji to the outside. Shinjiro up top, not aware that Kanji's back in the ring. But Kanji just staring him down. A hammer drop connects. And the cover. 1, 2. Kanji kicks out. And now cradle slam from Shinji. And a deadlift. Crucifix. Slam or whatever, I don't know. There's one, there's two. Kanji still kicking out, but in a bad spot because here comes Shinjiro. The finisher going for the cover. 2. Kanji kicks out, probably not, probably kind of helps that the referee was slapping him in the forehead. Shinji rolling Kanji around, kick to the spine. And now Shinjiro chicken wing spinning slam, and working on the ankle. And honestly, if you know the moves better than I do, it must be infuriating that I'm just completely butchering them. Right hand. Shinjiro up top. Diving elbow, but nobody's home. Kanji Irish whip into the corner. Knee to the chest. And now up, over the shoulders. Good night. Kanji with the cover. 1, 2. Shinjiro kicks out. Kanji with another slam. And now heading up top. Lining up, diving elbow, Shinjiro rolls out of the way. Cover. 1, 2, 3.
Here is your winner, Eric
And what a match to start off your time as champion. Wow. And for a penultimate matchup of the evening, It is our men's tag team championship match. Introducing first, it is Mondo Awada, Kiyotaka Ishimaru, the Ultimate Brotherhood. And their opponents. They are your men's tag team champions, but for how much longer? It is Yosuke Hanamura and Yu Narukami. It is a rematch from last week. Oh, it's Brosona, I should say. And it is a rematch from last week. Then they only had 5 minutes. Now they basically have all the time in the world. And that can make a massive difference.
The following is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the Men's Impact Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 314 pounds, Kiyotaka and Mondo Bad Boy the Brotherhood. And their opponents at a combined weight of 289 pounds, the Men's Impact Tag Team Champions, Yosef Hanamuta and Natuli, the Blue Bloods.
And here we go, belts back on the line. Taka, Hanamura, first in the ring. And here we go. Referee rings bell, and Hanamura immediately beginning with a knee, sending Taka down, moonsault to the spine. And Irish whip into the corner. Tagging in Narukami for an early early double team attack. Early all-out attack. And Narukami with a knee to the chest. Turning Taka around. Knee to the side of the head. Narukami tags out. Hanamura back in. Moonsault, but nobody's home. Taka forcing Hanamura back up to his feet. Armbar. And Hanamura immediately rolling out. And just sending Taka flying with that head scissor. Yeah, with that head scissor. Irish whip. Scoop slam. And Taka takes out Mondo in. And Mondo with a big boot. Forcing Hanamura back up to his feet. Tossing him aside and out to the outside. Not entirely sure what the plan was. Maybe trying to bully Nekamaru, or not Nekamaru, Narukami off the apron. And again, Narukami just wondering what in the hell is going on. I'm wondering the same thing. Irish whip. Back body drop. Tag out. And the neck breaker from Narukami. Rolling Mondo onto his back. Stomp to the temple. Big boot, but nobody's home. And a rolling heel kick. I think somebody in the audience just really wanted to shout out their favorite Kirby anime. Double knees to the spine. Toss into the corner, tagging in Hanamura. Next snap. Elbow drop. And Hanamura to the outside, lining up the senton. And working on the arm. Flying elbow. And Mondo kicking Hanamura off of him. Back up to his feet. Irish whip into the corner. Looking to tag in Taka. No. Turning Hanamura around instead. And now middle rope, satellite, DDT. And now tagging in Taka. Locking in the figure 4 leg lock. And Hanamura immediately fighting out. Irish whip into the corner. Tagging in Narukami for another all-out attack. Double knees to the spine. And Narukami going for the cover. That's 2. Hanamura Taka kicks out. And now middle rope. Rolling arm breaker. And just raking the spine. Elbow to the spine. And now locking in a standing submission that Mondo has to break up. Accidentally hitting Taka in the chest, though. Narukami with a finisher against Mondo, completely laying him out. And now sending Taka. No, Taka sending Narukami for an Irish whip. But Narukami catching the kick. Referee staring off into space. Trying to get Mondo out of the ring And now Taka and Narukami outside. Taka trying to walk Narukami, but Narukami elbowing out, just having a few seconds to get back into the ring. And they do. Taka turned Narukami around, but Narukami with a reversal. Taka with a reversal right back. And a stump leg breaker. Tagging in Mondo. And Mondo with the stunner. Into the cover, 1, 2, here comes Hanamura. But Brosona now with their backs against the ropes. A leg drop, or a knee drop rather. And now Mondo working on the neck. Leg drop across the throat. And now Mondo to the outside, lining up a slingshot. Clothesline. Trying to make his way to the corner, but Mondo says no, but Narukami says, how about I do anyway, with a head scissor toss. Turning Mondo around. Elbow to the spine. Locking in the hammerlock sleeper. Mondo elbowing out a double team inside the ring. The ground and pound, not quite a Thez press. And Mondo, prime position to put this one away, another stunner. And the cover. 1, 2, and the belts are changing hands. Both teams doing quite well, honestly. But unfortunately, only one team could win. And the Ultimate Brotherhood just being that, like, 1% better. And it doesn't really help when you get comboed by 2 stunners.
Here are your winners, and the new Men's Impact Tag Team Champions, Mondo Bad Boy Omega and the Brotherhood.
And your champions once again, Mondo Wada, Kiyotaka Ishimaru, the Ultimate Brotherhood.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's Impact Universal
And for our main event of the evening, introducing first, it is the ultimate martial artist, Sakura Ogami. And her opponent, she is your women's Universal Champion, it is the Ultimate Soldier, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Introducing the challenger from Osaka, Japan, Sandra O'Grady. And her opponent from Kyoto, Japan, the Women's Impact Universal Champion, Ultimate Soldier,
Mukuro handing her belt to the referee, who shows it to Sakura and the world. Here we go, both of them ready. And refereeing's bell, they meet in the middle, with Mukuro immediately beginning with a knife edge chop, turning Sakura around over the shoulder. And a neck breaker. Now just work on the face. Hammer punch to the spine. Stomp to the ankle. And now Mukuro forcing Sakura up over the shoulders, slamming her down, and trying to go for the stomp, and now Sakura on the offense. Leg sweep. Irish whip. And a clothesline. And now Sakura to the outside, trying to get Mukuro back up to her feet. And successfully does. Slingshot crossbody. Sakura just stomping down on Mukuro. Stomp to the wrist. Slamming the face into the canvas. Diving axe handle drop. And an elbow drop to the chest. Sakura now to the outside. Scrambling up top. And a diving elbow that just lands clean over Mukuro. Like, just using her as a hurdle. And now Mukuro turning Sakura around. Leg snap. And a stump leg breaker. Sakura kicks out. The sweep. And now Mukuro trying to get back up to her feet. Sakura. Deadlift. Into the cover. There's one. Only one. Sakura the kick right to the stomach, now to the spine. Arm breaker. And now locking in a Fujiwara armbar. For the championship. Mukuro fighting out. Look for this finisher, but Sakura with the reversal. Mukuro the reversal right back. Now rolling through with a schoolgirl. There's one. Sakura turning that around. Bridging pin. 1, 2. Mukuro. Backpack pin attempt. Sakura kicks out, but into the Irish whip immediately. Over the shoulders and a slam. Mukuro. Now lining up an F5. Up. Over. Good night. Gonna be hard to kick out of that one. There's one. There's two, and Sakura does anyway. Mukuro with an Irish whip. Big boot to the chest, and now heading up top. Elbow. And now pin attempt. I think Mukuro changed her mind on something. There's one, there's two. Sakura kicks out. Did that slight hesitation, was that the difference? Over the shoulders again with the single arm, just showing off her strength. Another F5. 1, 2, and the belt remains. And as we watch the replays, and Mukuro's celebration of retaining the belt, I would like to thank you all for joining us here tonight, and hope to see you on Wednesday for Wingcrest and Friday for Eclipse as we continue to get ready for our King and Queen of the Ring tournaments. That will set up our Summer SmackDown. Because remember, Lands and Kasumi, after winning the Elimination Chamber matches, get to choose their opponents for the King and Queen of the Ring tournaments. And whoever wins those tournaments then get a guaranteed shot at the belt come Summer SmackDown. So it's going to be a pretty busy next couple of months. And it's weird to me that we're approaching episode 100. We are entering week 100. But with that, I would like to thank you all for joining us here tonight, as we are signing out from Seattle, Washington. See ya.